Hey everybody, Steven here. Today we're checking out the MiniPods. So these are half the size of AirPods. This company reached out to me, asked if I wanted to check out their product. I said yes, for one big reason, which is that if you go to their website, they're in Michigan. So with this, I felt more comfortable doing a video and recommending this if I like the product, because it's not coming out of another country. And usually that's not necessarily an issue. It's more with everything going on around the world. I just don't want to recommend a product and then people are actually commenting on that video saying, hey, I have never got my product. That happened to me earlier this year. I ordered some AirPods, or if you want to call them knockoff AirPods, and with this, it was different colors. They had like blue, green, and pink, and I ordered some green ones. And it's been 8 months later, still don't have them. I don't expect to get them. So the fact that these are coming out of Michigan, they do ship internationally, but I just felt more secure with this. Now, I'm assuming these are actually made in China. They have them here though, and I got these very, very quick. After they reached out to me, I think I had them like 2 days later. You don't pay for shipping with these as well. And in terms of the price, you're looking at $65. I don't have my BlackPods anymore. I do have my BlackPod Pros, so I'll make sure that there's B-roll with this. You guys can see the actual differences in terms of the size with the case and the actual pods themselves. Now, in terms of what you're getting in the case, very basic box. When you open up the top, you're going to find this sitting in the middle. It has a plastic covering over it. Take that off, and this is sitting inside of a wireless charger. The fact that they include that is pretty awesome, because a lot of times it's just the charging cable. So they didn't have to do that, but you do have one. But also I'm thinking at this point, most people probably have a wireless charger somewhere in their house. Underneath that though, all you're gonna find is the charging cable. And you won't find a user manual, I'm assuming to cut down on costs. But the charging cable, it's pretty standard in terms of the length that I've seen with other AirPods and just other earpods that I've used. And with this is going to be like the 8th or 9th pair at this point. A lot of them I've reviewed on the channel or done unboxing videos for, and like I said, it's pretty standard with this, but I would have liked to have seen it a little bit longer, especially if they're going to give you the wireless charger, just because that's so close. I'm wondering if that's going to be an issue for some people to have set up. Now, with that, the other thing is the wireless charger is black, the charging cable is white. The color difference is odd to me that they went that route. It just creates like a mix match with that. Also, you're getting a black wireless charger with the white pair, so there isn't a difference whether you're ordering the black ones or the white ones. The wireless charger is going to be black, and then the cable itself is going to be white. So like I said, just an odd mixture with this. So with this, in terms of just kind of some specs, some things to cover with this, there is a 30-day money-back guarantee, which I like to see that. I would have liked to have seen it 60 or 90 days, but at least there's something there. $65, I mentioned the price. That's pretty comparable to other things that I've seen. Usually $40 to $60, $70 is usually what I'm seeing with this. I've also seen some that are cheaper, one of which I mentioned that I ordered, but I never got it. With this, you have 20 hours of battery life. 6 hours are going to be with the actual MiniPods in terms of listening. 3 is going to be if you're talking, so if you're doing calls. I'm going to save the calls for the review. I need to spend more time with these, obviously, but I will be doing that and covering that with the review. But with the 24 hours, you're going to get multiple charges with your case on this. Now, let's say you've depleted the battery. If you actually plug this in and you do it for 5 minutes, you actually get 30 minutes of listening time, which is pretty awesome. So I always think, hey, on the way to the gym, you check these, they don't have any battery. You could charge them on the way to the gym and have enough battery life with this to actually make it through your workout. It is IPX6 rated, so you can't fully submerge these in water, but dust, sweat, it's not gonna be an issue with these. And with this, that's something I've seen I've seen some that are IPX7, maybe even up to IPX8, but most of these are IPX6. Like I said, you have some that are a little bit higher, which is pretty standard. I don't know who's swimming with wireless earbuds. It seems like I'm sure it happens out there, but that seems like an odd thing to do to me. I'm also not a swimmer. So that's just something to keep in mind. Or maybe you do something where you're going to be around water, and the concern is you're going to be dropping them in water, right? Maybe sitting in your tub listening to music, I guess. And then the touch controls with this. Because there's no user manual in this, luckily if you have an iPhone, it pops up, hey, do you want to look at the tutorial with this? If not, if you go to their website, you'll actually find these. When you come all the way down, there's frequently asked questions. And then on top of this are their tap controls, and then it gives you the list with this. And most of these you could probably just figure out yourself. Also, if you ended up going that route. Another big thing to notice with this, at the very bottom of the site, is the payment options. And that's another reason why I felt comfortable doing this, which is that you can actually pay with Amazon Pay, Apple Pay, and PayPal. That's big for me because that just means it's a little bit more secure. So I know that's been something with other videos when I did the AirPod Pros, and then when I did the BlackPod Pros, and then when I did the BlackPods, that was a concern. And these were coming out of China. These were the first ones that I did that were that route, and learned with that could be an issue for a lot of people. They order these, they don't get them. So with this being in the US, so like I said, paying with these where, hey, I can contact Amazon or PayPal and say, hey, cancel that. Potentially, that would be a dispute. Like I said, just overall makes me feel a little bit better with recommending this product. Now, once you pull these up in terms of connecting, you pop it up, it's going to pull up on your phone that it is AirPods, and you can actually just simply connect these. Mine are already connected. If I pull these out, it gives a sound. It goes boom. I'm assuming that's either something to do with iOS 14 or when you have regular AirPods. It never did that with my Pros, my BlackPod Pros, or any of the other ones that I've used, but I haven't used any since I updated 2 days ago to iOS 14. Once we put these in, if you do go into the settings here and you click on this, it does have noise cancellation and transparency, and some of the other things that you're going to see with AirPods, model number, serial number, and stuff like that. I'm wondering how that works since these aren't AirPods. But I did kind of toy around with noise cancellation for a second, and it does seem to work with my fans here, but I want to spend more time with that. Yeah, I can tell the difference, but I need to put this kind of, like I said, through the ringer on this. So that means walks, bike rides, going to the gym, making sure that they stay in my ear because they feel very comfortable right now while I'm just sitting here, but I also want to put that to the test. So once I have these connected, make sure the volume's good. And in terms of the volume, these do get very loud. Very loud. It doesn't have quite as much bass as my ball tunes here. I have noticed that. It's not a huge difference, but it is there. The other thing, the ball tunes have the physical button for these. Not all of them have the physical button for their different variations, but this particular one does. I'm still adjusting to touch sensors. My thing that I've noticed is even taking them out and trying to put them back, I've already messed stuff up. And these are smaller, so it's more likely to happen as you're doing that. It does have the magnet inside of this, so it just clips right into there, which I like to see that, and that's been with all of them. The difference in the colors is awesome. I know some, they just sell the black version, so the fact that they have the black and the white version is a nice addition to this. I would have liked to have seen different colors at this point with these two, though, but if I'm choosing between the two, I gotta go with the matte black here. I just like the look of those. So sound quality is good with these. I mentioned the notion of the airplane test. I think these definitely pass that, where I'm not going to have any problems when I'm listening to these and there's a lot of noise around me. I want to go to my training studio and put these in, have music kind of blasting in the background so I can actually check out that noise cancellation feature to make sure that that really works. I also need to test the voice. Initial impression is very good with this, though. So pretty comparable price with this. IPX rating is pretty standard. The battery life is actually really good. Some get higher than that. I've seen 30, 40, maybe even closer to 50, but those tend to be bulkier. The fact that they were able to do that in such a small form factor, a small package like this, is very, very nice. And with this, that quick charge, 5 minutes, you get 30 minutes. That's pretty nice, like I said. It kind of sucks when you're on your way to the gym, wherever it may be, and you check and it's like, hey, you don't have battery, and you can do this really, really quick. So overall, first kind of initial impressions is really good, but much more time needs to be spent with these. I'm going to put a link for this in the description so you guys can actually check these out for yourself. You do get a discount. So if you buy 2 or 3, you get like a 15 and then a 20% discount with this. But I'm going to reach out to them and see if I can get maybe a little extra something on top of that. $5 off, 5% off, whatever it may be. So if I can get that for you guys, it'll actually be in the description. If there's something that you really want me to cover with the review, let me know in the comment section. That way, as I'm doing this, I can keep that in mind and make sure that I cover this. But big thing for me is going to be, outside of just the sound, I've already just listened just a little bit and it sounds good, because I've actually tried to run through this video a couple times. So I've actually sat here for a while and listened to a handful of songs at this point. But doing some walks around the neighborhood with it, making sure that it stays in my ear, going for my bike ride to make sure that it fits and it stays in my ear with that, doing a workout, as I'm moving around a little bit more dynamically, making sure that these stay in my ear. The fit is really, really good. It doesn't seem like it's going to pop out. It doesn't seem like it's going to make the inside of my ear ache if I was to wear these for 1 to 2 hours, which is a huge plus. It's something that I keep in mind, because sometimes when I keep earbuds in for too long, just the inside of my ear aches, and it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case, but I also have to put that to the test. So I'm going to check all those things out, and then of course check to make sure that this works with any type of phone call, because that's going to be something that people are going to want to know as well. So that's going to be it. I will have all of this in the description. If you guys like the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all my content, hit the subscribe button for me. Thanks so much for watching.